Hi, I'm Stephanie.
Hi, my name is Essence.
Hi, my name is Julie.
And I'm single.
And I am single.
And I am single.
AF. Oh, I definitely can feel lonely, but I don't know necessarily if that's because I'm single.
I do feel lonely sometimes.
I don't feel any lonelier than I think any human would feel, whether they're in a relationship or not.
Societally, there is a lot of pressure sometimes to be either dating or in a relationship or having a bunch of hookup buddies.
But I feel like sometimes not having a partner doesn't mean that you're lonely. It just means that you're on your own, you're independent.
I definitely don't think being single is like this lonely, dreadful experience.
I'm a stand-up and I'm an actor, and I feel like a lot of my days are just spent on my own independently. I think it depends on the day.
Working, hobbies are the, obvious answers. But to me, I think it's more being really kind of secure within yourself.
I think it's possible to feel really lonely when you are in a relationship, if you're in a relationship with the wrong person.
Having a lot of friends around me, making sure that I have activities that I'm passionate about, and not really worrying too much about finding the one, being in a relationship.
I genuinely enjoy being by myself, dating when I want to date, casually.
So I think I'm very optimistic about my life in general, and I feel like I'm very driven. I feel like I have a lot of trust in this last year that my career will go where it needs to go and that my relationships will unfold kind of how they are supposed to.
Being single for me is definitely better at this stage in my life because I'm not really ready to settle down.
I spent a lot of my time kind of focusing on my career, focusing on being independent, and I kind of thought that wanting a relationship meant that I was weak. And I've realized recently that it's not a bad thing to want a relationship. Doesn't make you any less of a woman, and doesn't make you this kind of damsel in distress stereotype.
It's funny, I think in the last year it was very important that I was single. It was really important for me to be independent in this last year and find my own voice and really just establish a routine for myself.
I'm just not ready for that because there comes a lot of structure with that. There comes a lot of compromise and sacrifice, and I'm just at a point in my life where I'm not really ready for that.
It's definitely a struggle to find someone compatible and to find someone who can really be there for you.
I actually feel like I'm transitioning now into a place where everything is a little more stable, a little more figured out, and I actually feel like now is the time that someone could fit in, so I'm hopeful. I think we're actually in a kind of amazing time right now where people are a lot more vocal about or not, having a relationship status be the only thing you're aiming for in your life. For me, it's been really helpful on social media to see kind of more positive, more open-minded outlooks.
Social media is terrible for me when it comes to loneliness. It's really difficult to try and not focus on what other people's perfect moments are because they're not putting all their bad moments on social media.
I don't necessarily know that it's affected how I feel about singleness positively or negatively. I think I just kind of look at those things as just entertainment.
Growing up on Disney movies and rom-com and all those things make you think that that is the be-all, end-all to your life.
And just in terms of connecting on a human level, social media kind of makes it hard because you're at a distance from everything, and interacting with someone one-on-one is so much different from interacting online.
I work in media, so I also know that I don't want to say very few things are real, but things are there's a story being told, so they're very contrived. On TV, you often only see the highlights, and I know that relationships take a lot of work, so I think I look at them only for entertainment.
I think we're kind of in a new era when it comes to that kind of thing, which I'm all about. It's more portrayed in the media women like the female-driven anxiety that is being single. I feel like men probably are concerned about it. It's just not really portrayed.
I think that women are very conditioned, like even very young, to think that they have to be with someone, that they have to get married, especially by a certain age, that they're not complete and they're not whole. And I definitely think it plays a part into how they start to interpret their own lives and how they interpret being single.
Because we're expected to find someone young and make sure that we're kind of hitting all these milestones, even though that's not necessarily what we need to do to feel fulfilled.
And I think for a lot of women, it can definitely impact them negatively because they start to feel like incomplete or like they haven't achieved a certain thing if they're not in a relationship by a certain age.
Being single like can be rough AF at times, like let's be honest.
Find other ways to be fulfilled. Don't always focus on a partner because you don't need anyone.
Another person doesn't make you not lonely. It's just like a Band-Aid.
I don't ever want to feel like I need a man to feel secure or to feel worthy, trusting that like it will work out when it's supposed to.
Someone should compliment you but not complete you. Work on that and then maybe explore relationships.
You have people that love you, you have friends, you have family. Make sure that you're surrounding yourself with positivity.
Introspection and like self-care moments are important.
Single life is lit, so go out there, date casually, get you some drinks and some dinners and live it up.
Having a partner doesn't mean that you're not lonely, and being lonely doesn't mean that you need a partner. So just focus on yourself and be who you are.
We got this.